I want to share something with the Chevra on the Masechta we're learning brachas. A shtickle that I heard from Rav Geisler Shlita. I'm not blaming on him, because I hope my understanding is the way he was saying it. So I take any blame. I hope I'm understanding it right. I'd want to share, but it's a shtickle Gemara we could learn together. And I'd like to share with you, Akivli, the way I understood. It's a topic that is, it's something that many years Elul, at a time that I want to be mechazik, it's something I think about strengthening his brachas, making better brachas. So I want to talk about the topic of brachas for a few minutes, Akiva, as follows. The Gemara Daf Lamed Hey in Masechta brachas, the Gemara says, Taner Abanan. Gemara says, Asur loy la'adam, it's asur for a person, sheyehene min ha'olam hazeh b'loy bracha, to have pleasure from olam hazeh without a bracha. Now, I want to, Rav Geisler's first diuk, I believe the Sfas Emes makes this diuk. The Lashon of the Gemara, listen to the carefulness of every word of the Gemara, Shui. Taner Abanan, asur loy la'adam. It's asur to him, for the person, to have enough from olam hazeh without a bracha. Now, Rav Geisler's first diak in the Gemara is, why does it say loy? Asur la'adam, it's forbidden for a person. Every isser is for you. In all of Shas, it says asur, it speaks about isurim. It's asur to say lashon hara. It's asur to wear shatnez. What's asur loy la'adam? It's asur to... Everything would say the same, Aaron, if it said it's lamed hey and brachas. Asur la'adam. It's forbidden for a person to have pleasure from the world without a bracha. What's asur loy la'adam? That loy is peculiar. Question one. Zach, fair question? Asur la'adam, it's forbidden for a person. What's forbidden for him, for the person? I mean, forbidden means to him. You know, that's redundancy. Kasha one. Yeah, you say asur la'adam, it's forbidden for a person, means he may not. Fair diak Benz? Question two. Question two is the Gemara says, Kol hanenem min olam hazeh b'lo bracha ma'al. Whoever has pleasure from olam hazeh without a bracha is me'ila. Now me'ila's expression for that which was given to hektish. This wasn't hektish. What's the lashon ma'al? Ma'al is a specific, that there's something called taken from hektish. And you took it from hektish. This is not hektish. There's nothing to do with hektish. Otherwise everything's hektish. Everything's not hektish. Hektish is a specific thing that you gave to the Beis HaMikdash. Something given to the Beis HaMikdash. There's something called me'ilah. What's this lashon of ma'al? That's question two. Bear with me. I think it's going to be very worth it, Akiva, what we're going to say. I think it's something very cool. Question number three. I'm going to skip some of the questions, and as follows. Rev Levi Rami. Rev Levi asked the stira. Ksiv, one pasuk says, Lashem ha'aretz u'malaya. God owns everything. Lashem ha'aretz, to God is the land, u'malaya, everything fits into it. The Ksiv, another pasuk says, Cheki, Hashemayim Shemayim Lashem, God owns the heavens. Va'aretz nasal v'yadam, we own the earth, Akiva. Two psukim, two verses in Psalms and in Tillim. One pasuk says, Lashem ha'aretz u'malaya, God owns the world and everything in it. So the world belongs to God. It's one pasuk in Tillim. The second pasuk in Tillim says, Hashemayim Shemayim Lashem, God owns the heavens. V'ha'aretz nasal v'nadam, He gave us the earth. It's a contradiction. Answers, Reb Levi asks the Steirim Psukim, do we own the earth or God owns the earth? Lashem ha'aretz u'malaya belongs to God, or ha'aretz nasal v'nadam, does it belong to us? Contradiction. Jashi, the Gemara asks this contradiction. Does God own the earth or we own it? Answers the Gemara, kan koidem bracha, kan la'achar bracha. Which question three is as follows. Says the Gemara, before the bracha, it belongs to God. After you make a bracha, it becomes ours. My question on that, Shui, is that the pasuk says God gave it to us. It doesn't say only if you make a bracha. What a misleading pasuk. It says, Hashemayim Shemayim Lashem. God owns the heavens. V'aretz nasal l'bnei. He gave us this earth. Only if you make a bracha. It doesn't say that. A good question. But this pasuk doesn't say only if you make a bracha. Now I admit, so Binyamin intelligently said, listen, there's another pasuk that God owns the earth. So you have to say something. But isn't that a little funny and misleading? That you say a pasuk that's not true? There's a little like addendum there. It's a little star there. The pasuk says, Aretz Nasal, he gave it to us. Only if you make a bracha. Doesn't say that in the pasuk. It says, Aretz Nasal L'Vnei. There's no asterisk attached. It doesn't say if you make a bracha. It doesn't say that. It's what a misleading pasuk. Don't say you gave it to us. You might give it to us. You get it if you make a bracha. Fair question, Avi? Question number 4. Question number 4, Akiva. Should we listen well? Question 4. Amrav Chanina Bar Papa. Whoever has anah from Olam Hazeh without a bracha, kilu goizel HaKadosh Baruch Hu v'Knesses Yisrael. You stole from God and the Jewish people. What did you steal from God, Shmuley, if you eat without a bracha? Whoever eats without a bracha stole from God. Akiva, what did you steal from God? If you eat without a bracha, what would you say? Well, if you were explaining this Gemara, if you eat without a bracha, you stole from Hashem. What did you steal? What would you say you stole, Aaron? Shiki? The food they ate. That's Pashup Pshat. It says whoever eats without a bracha stole. Because it's not yours, so you stole the food. Rashi says, Goiz LaKadosh Baruch Hu es birchasa, you stole his bracha. Ask the Sfas Emes, why did Rashi say you stole the bracha, shall we? You stole the food. Josh, you stole the food. Rashi didn't learn that way. Rashi says if you eat from Olam Hazeh without a bracha, you stole the bracha. Good question what it means you stole. Good question what that means. Rashi says what you stole. That when you sin, the peiros get damaged, you hurt the fruit, that's how you damage Klal Yisrael. But stole from Hashem the food. Rashi doesn't say you stole the food from Hashem. Rashi said you stole the bracha from Hashem. Huh? Thought I stole the food. I'm not allowed to eat it till I make a bracha. So I stole the food. So we had many kashas on this Gemara. Many bomb kashas. Fancy fair questions? Kiva, you with me? I'm bothered philosophically. All these kashas, like not debatable, I think. They're just good kashas. The next kasha, I'm not asking you to be bothered. I'm philosophically bothered what God said to me. Did he give it to me or not? I'll only give it if you thank me. That true? Like what happened there? God said, if you thank me, then you can have it. I like understanding behaviors by people. I picture ever telling that to my children. I'll give it to you if you appreciate it. It's probably the dumbest thing I heard in my life. When you give to your kids, they tend to have appreciation. There's no such thing, give it if you appreciate it. There's no. If you give it, kids appreciate it. I never would tell my kids, I'll only give it if you say please. I personally would never do that, never. It's not my type of thing. Basically, I'm saying, I'll only give it if you appreciate it. I'm asking them not to appreciate it. To me, that's like stupid. I'll give it, and of course, the kid will appreciate it. What's Hashem saying? If you make a bracha, I'll give it. What's happening? So I'd like to tell you how the Sfas Emes learns this Gemara. I find it remarkable, and it's different than anything I thought about a bracha. When I was a youngster, I thought this Gemara was, I'm only giving it if you say thank you or please. That's what I thought. Now Rashi Klur didn't learn that way, because Rashi says, if you don't make a bracha, he doesn't say you stole the food. Says the Sfas Emes, the way I understood Rav Geisler, is the way I understood it, that Hashem gives it to us whether we make a bracha or not. There's no Hashem gave it to us. Giving it to us, the pasuk says, Hashemayim Shemayim Lashem, Hashem gave us this earth. What our task, he gave it to us, nothing to do whether you make a bracha or not. Zero. You got it, he gave it to us. You're not, and by the way, if you eat without a bracha, you stole nothing. Which is a raya in Rashi. Rashi doesn't say you stole the food.
It's like
I'm sorry?
Like the whole was like a mushroom. You had parents to keep it in.
Of course. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Maybe let me think in the prism of the Sfas Emes, and then I'll try to think if that's what it's saying. Listen what the Sfas Emes says, Martha. The Sfas Emes says, Shui, Hashem gives it to us, nothing to do. It's not contingent. You did not steal, which Rashi's mavur. If you're without a bracha, you're not a ganav yet. You gave it to me. Avi, what's happening is like this. Let me just catch up Akiva the Kasha. The Gemara says that whoever has a Gemara in Brachas, Ar Masechta, whoever has enough from Olam Hazeh without a bracha stole from God. Whoever has pleasure from Olam Hazeh without a bracha stole from God. What would you say they stole? The food, the pleasure. Rashi says they stole the bracha. And one of our questions is, why didn't Rashi say they stole the pleasure? You took it without a blessing, you stole the pleasure. Rashi doesn't learn the way. He said you stole the bracha. We asked a series of other questions. The questions are less important to me. They only set up the approach, and then as follows, Akiva. Says the Sfas Emes, God gives us food whether we make a bracha or not. He gave it to me. It's mine. What our job is to live a reality that He gave it to me, because it's true, because He gave it to me. If you eat without a bracha, what you stole is you didn't live with the reality that I love you and I want you to have it. The analogy is like this. A guy buys his wife, the Sfas Emes gives the mashal, I believe. A guy buys his wife, the 25th wedding anniversary, the craziest diamond. Buys her something crazy valuable, and he plans on the anniversary to present it to her. And he hides it with a note, with a whole... He has a ceremony. He's going to hand his wife this epic gift. Like a week before the anniversary, he sees his wife wearing the ring. He says something to her. She says, "Oh, I found it, and I just took it and put it on." It's like, "Oh, I love you. I wanted to give this to you." I've had in yeshiva parents tell me that my kids stole from me. Now, I want to say this clearly. Please listen. You're not allowed to touch your parents' stuff, la halacha. But I promise you, in my life, my kids can never steal from me. I promise you. It's impossible. Everything I have is for my kids. They can't steal, they can take. There's no. My son is here. I say this in front of my son. I have told parents this. They didn't steal from you. I have told when parents tell me, my kids, I'm not condoning. Don't take your parents' things and let them give it to you. But you don't steal from your parents. If your kid took what they stole, I want them to know I love them and I wanted to give it to you. I just want to hand it to you and give you a kiss and tell you how much I love you. That wife who took that diamond didn't steal from her husband. She stole the experience that he wants her to know that he's very into her. And he appreciates being married to her and wants to be close and wants to be best friends forever. She stole the experience. It was hers. He wants her to have it. He bought it for her. Hashem gave us stuff. You don't steal the food. When yeshivas, it bothers me when people say things. A bacher told me that last year I was thrown in a certain dorm. I got very upset. I make the dorm list. He wasn't thrown anywhere. I love him and I care about him. I put him somewhere. Now you could say you put me in the wrong room. I promise you he wasn't thrown. He was thrown. He's saying nobody cared. They just dumped me. Now you could say you might have put me. I felt thrown. Okay. Words matter a lot. When yeshivas say on guys who take food, they stole the cholent. They didn't steal the cholent. The cholent was meant for them. They took it not in the way you wanted them to receive it. It's a different zach. It's a different thing. What Hashem is saying here with food, and the bracha on the food is, I gave it to you, is please accept that reality. The pasuk says, Hashemayim shemayim l'Hashem, v'aretz nasan l'bnei adam, is not like if you make a bracha. It means Hashem wants us to live. Ha'aretz nasan, I gave it to you. Like live with the reality. He wants us to eat with the hakara that He really wants me to eat, that He gave it to me. Hashem wants me to have this. Real. He wants me to have it. Rabbi Kalish comes into the dining room. Hashem wants me to have the food. He wants me to experience that and feel that. When you don't live that, you didn't steal anything. You didn't steal the food. Hashem gave me the food. You stole that experience. You stole the bracha. You stole the reality that Hashem wanted you to know that I love you and I want to take care of you. I didn't just create you and leave you, and I really want to take care of you and I want to sustain you. You stole that reality, says the Sfas Emes. Says that, listen to the diak. This diak, Josh, blew my mind, Avla. It doesn't say Asr La'adam. It should say Akiva. In the Lashon HaGemara is Tanir Abanan. It should say Asr La'adam. It's forbidden for a person to have enough Ma'il Mazeh B'lai Bracha. It says Asr Loi La'adam. Says the Sfas Emes, the Isser is not in the food. If the Isser is don't eat it, Asr Loi is in the human experience, is the Isser. In the way you're receiving it. Asr Loi La'adam. It's being madgish. The Isser is not what you did. If it would say Asr La'adam Tavana, that would imply you're stealing this thing. It's not yours. Asr Loi La'adam. It's Asr to him. In the human experience, you didn't have the experience God wanted you to have. The Isser is not in the chefs, it's not in the item. It's an Isser in the Gavra, in the human experience. Asr Loi La'adam. It added the Loi, says the Sfas Emes. The Isser is the human experience. I want you to know I'm into you. Literally that case where the guy buys his wife a gift, wants to present it, wants to express love, she finds it, rips it open and is wearing it. She didn't steal the gift, it was bought for her. She stole the experience of him wanting to say something. I like you. Please feel the love. Please feel the connection. I want to connect to you. I want to bond. That's the bracha. He says, Pshat, we asked the question, it says, whoever is nene is ma'al, it's me'ilah. Me'ilah is the Pshat that you took something designated for one thing and used it for what it's not designated. That's what me'ilah implies. It was designated for something. So if you eat without a bracha, you were ma'al. You know what you were ma'al? It was designated for Ava for you. And you didn't chap what's going on. You didn't chap what's going on. I just wanted you to know, I'm really into you. You took it and you didn't live the experience. I got it from somebody who cares about me, who wants me. Live the experience. That's the me'ilah that a person took. That's the me'ilah that the person took, designated for one thing, and misused what it was designated for. So this is the Sfas Emes's explanation for brachas. A bracha is the person stops before they eat, and they say, Hashem loves me, is into me, and wants to sustain me. And it's, Hashem, my Creator is into me, and wants to sustain me. That's the pirush of a bracha. The person sits down and absorbs that reality, lives with that reality, that truth, that simple truth. I could say that different divrei Torah you hear. I want to say that a few times since I heard this Sfas Emes, my eating's been different a few times. I sat down to a meal and I wasn't such a rush, and I really felt something, absorbed something that, hey, Hashem wants me to have this. I've said this over here before, and I like learning the brachas in the morning. I've said over this in the morning that every single morning we thank Hashem. Happens to be for shoes, but it means the world. The shoes represent our dominion over the world. Whenever we speak about shoes, shoes are the human being ties animal hides around his feet. Represent the world was given for me. The world's our oyster. It was handed to us. So we wrap skins around our feet, represents human dominion over the world, our power over the world. Certain times we don't want to express our power over the world, so we don't wear shoes. Tisha B'Av's destruction, we don't. Yom Kippur, we're all thinking about Hashem. When Hashem's world, different times we don't wear shoes. But shoes represents wrapping the hides around our feet, our power over the world. In the bracha that thanks Hashem for shoes and a whole world that He made for us, we say, Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam she'asa li kol tzarki. Now that li, Avi, is completely extra. She'asa kol tzarki, Hashem provides all my needs. Kol tzarki. She'asa kol tzarki. You provide all my needs. What does it mean you provide my needs for who? For me. You don't need to say provide me all my needs. Providing my needs. If you give it to you, my needs, then you haven't provided my needs. Providing my needs means you give it to me. The li is completely extra. She'asa li kol tzarki. It should say she'asa kol tzarki. Thanks Hashem for providing all my needs. inherent in providing my needs means for me. Say provides me all my needs. I mean, he provides you all my needs. He didn't provide my needs. So what's the li? Completely extra. And what we've said many times, emes stick of shat, is I don't just walk in. You walk into the dining room. There's good food. Yeah, this is great. But you weren't thought about. The cook made X number of food, and you walk in. There's eggs there. Gishmak. Sha'asa li means Hashem thought about me. There wasn't like food in the world and I showed up. When Hashem made this food, He was thinking about me. Li means that my needs weren't just provided for. Could be in the world, and Hashem, this is great. In the world you made, there's a lot of stuff, and I was, but Sha'asa li kol tzarki, you thought about me. You actually were thinking about me when you made it. It's interesting, when you get married, and your wife, and you come home and your wife cooks, it's a crazy feeling. It's a crazy feeling somebody cooked food for you. It's crazy. A mother's like that also. You're too young, and we're very young when it happens. We get used to it. It's crazy to go from yeshiva. The cook's amazing. He doesn't think each guy when it's not what happens. Halavai, and the better the cook, we're Zeich, we have a beautiful cook. I would love to cook while he's baking, like I have a list of the names, like reading the names. Halavai, bemis. I like giving out the food in yeshiva. I like Rebbe's. I want to give the guy challah because it's true. We care about him. I want to hand the guy a piece of steak. Hand him. It's given. Raizon, guys go to Rebbeim for barbecues, and the Rebbe like hands a piece of meat. I was grilling it. I was thinking about you. It's a beautiful feeling. When you're married and the wife puts out food, it's retarded. She cooked for me. It's overwhelming. It's like wild. It's different than any other food somebody made. Beseda, you came into a dining room that was made. It's very nice, but was I thought about? Sha'asa li kol tzarki means that my needs were made for me. It was li. Hashem was thinking about me. The experience of eating food is an experience, and that's the bracha on a food, is I want to live the reality. I don't want to be pretend. It's not a from thing, and it's not, if you don't make a bracha, you can't have it. If you don't make a bracha, you're not living with reality, the truth. Hashem made it for me. What you stole is the bracha. You stole the experience that Hashem wanted you to have and loves you, and you just stole the experience. It's not like a from zach to make a bracha. It's just like be real. Like Hashem really made it for us and wanted to be present. A bracha is the present. Baruch atah Hashem l'keinu melech haolam shakol niyeh b'dvarim. Your mamish created all. Shakol niyeh b'dvarim. Everything was made by you. And I'm living that experience. Ha'aretz nasa, you've given me something. You want me to have something. A human being could really feel that. And experience that and be present. That's very, very, very powerful to be present to that reality. That's a bracha. That a person's invited to be present to that reality. That Hashem wants to feed me and care for me and provide me. Were you raising hands? Somebody was raising their hand? What? You've heard this shtickle already, Benz? In LA, I shared it. Yeah. You sang the Sechazena right after, which probably should happen again. Okay. Beautiful. I think I got it right. Maish, did I say it right? Maish heard it with me. Hudi, did I say it right? Were you there when he said this? This is the first time you heard this from me. It left, when I heard this, I wanted to give this to the Chevra. There are times I ate different. If we could slow down and be present to something, just the truth. Now, a guy could say, it sounds so, it's just true. It's just emes. Now, it's true, we're not fake people. Could we always be present to that reality? It's amazing. That's what a bracha is trying to be present to. And that's what we say by a bracha, that's what we're really saying. I always, intuitively, Shui, I never liked when parents say thank you, like you make, I don't love that. A kid knows, they got it. I was never very into it, my kids, like pressuring the thank you. Now, I'm not against it. I actually think the best thing is for a parent to express to his wife, like, thank you for cooking supper, and let the kids hear it and be sincere. Now, good, you could tell your kids, you can remind them, let's thank mommy, did you express it? I'm not like against it. It's not like Tanai in the thing that's like silly, that's childish. I want you to have it. Actually, I would rather say to the kid, I love you, I'm so happy you're enjoying. I'd rather those words, and that's what Hashem's saying and wants us to hear. And the bracha acknowledges, Hashemayim, Shemayim Lashem, Baris Masal of Nedem, that He actually gave us something and wants us to have and wants to sustain us and wants us to be happy. That's mamish, and wants the delicious taste that we have. Hazanas Olam Kulei, b'chein, b'chesed, b'rachmim, the awesome taste, the different experience of eating. He really wants us to have it and to absorb that ava. That's what Hashem wants from us to experience. So that's how all the four kashas. You can ask many, many more kashas. Every good teretz answers a lot of things. So it becomes shticky to have many questions, so you sound smarter. Just the yesai, the truth answers a lot. That's how he explains the asur loy adam. So that's what I wanted to share with the chevra. I have a couple more things I want to say, but the last time we shared this, you sang the Sechazena. Can we do that again? Do we know whose it is? Whose is it? Could somebody call him and ask him if he could use his guitar? Who has his number? You have his number? Could you call him, Avi? Oh, he's calling. Why was calling? What's the halacha, Chevra? Chevra, what's the halacha if you know 100% he would let, but he didn't give rishus, but you know, but not 99%, or you'll let it use it? Taisva says no. Taisva B'Metzia. There's rayas. There's a lot of rayas. There's a Machne Ephraim, one of the great Achronim, who brings rayas, Mataisis, and Kedushin, who says you're allowed to. If you know 100%. Taisva says no. In B'Metzia Daf. The Machne Ephraim says if you know 100%, your friend has a basketball, you know, but it can't be 99%. If you're not sure, you're a ganim. If you know 100%, the Machne Ephraim's makel. Many paiskim are makel. Many paiskim. One could be makel. I really would let him hear Max Katzles. I know him. There are people who wouldn't let. It's mutter. I would pass in that Rabbin. It's mutter. But if we can call him, so why should we rely? Did you call him? I wanted to call and he says no. Like then you see Kalish said 100%. He didn't answer. You call Shlomo. Yeah. The rule is lemashal. If you see somebody's talus in the base medrash, you're allowed to use it. There's an anan sadi michalei lemevad mitzvah meinei. 100% the guy would let. Now he didn't give rishus, but 100% the guy would let. The Machne Ephraim says if you know the guy would let, then you're allowed to use it. If it's 100% you know. Taisus says not that way. Even 100% he didn't give rishus, you're a ganav. The shach's makel also correct. Very good.
Let's say like a bottle of water, like it'll have less. Let's say you're using something up.
Even using up. Some people I have heard paiskim say, I'm very intelligent. When it doesn't use up, rely on the Machne Ephraim. If it uses up, my father never. There are people who say that my father never was masking to that. There is such a svara. To me, whether you use it up or not, if you know, but it have to be 100%, not 99. You cannot let him. But sometimes you know 100%. You know he's your best friend, and he lets. It's just what can I tell you? I could say this now. You know, if I have a can of soda and a guy wants, I let. You know, what can I tell you? So you know 100%. So the Machne Ephraim says you're allowed to. Yeah, Shmuel, you hear that, Psak?
Rob, where's the can, Rob?
But I'm impressed. Who refused to use it just now? Bensi. Where did Bensi run? He taught us such a lesson. Bensi.
Well, you made the soda announcement, Rob. We're all on the lookout for that. Oh my God, dude.
Honesty is the amida of the yeshiva's honesty. Amida of the yeshiva's honesty. I want guys to be extremely careful. Stealing from a guy is usher. Guy or a yid, you don't take something from somebody. Chas v'shalom. Chas v'shalom. A guy or a yid is. Benz, did we find the guitar that we know?
Yeah. Ari has a shush from Shlomo, so.
Beautiful.
Ari will play. Bad one.
Oh, he gave this to Chilek.
Can we do a different song by Nisi Filasi?
Obviously. Let's go.
Hello? Yeah.
You ever heard this before?
Rabbi.
From me?
The recording.
I said it then.
That still doesn't interrupt the first passage of the land. What was the first
Hashem
passage?
Eretz Moed. There was a day it was his.
There was a what that was?
There was a day it was his.
Oh,
But
but what
even
check
now
is
we're
that
supposed
pasuk?
to know that, because even now, Avi pointed something out. Avi wanted to know the pasuk says Lashem Aretz Malaya, so it's not true anymore. So you have a pasuk Kaidem Bracha in history, my Dahava Havim. So very important. I should excellent, beautiful kasha. Avi has a pasuk's outdated. Lashem Aretz Malaya. God owns the earth. No, he doesn't. We own it. He gave it to us. So I should have. That's a beautiful kasha. And the pshat, the way we're saying it is, today we're supposed to live that reality. It was once his, because it's true. If somebody gives me, I want to live the reality. It was yours, and you gave it to me. That wife was supposed to receive from him. It's the reality a person's supposed to perceive, that there was a time that it was given to me. Right? It just means kaid and brach, I'm thinking there. Like I'm thinking, hey, it was Hashem's. So even today, the fact that it was once God's and we're receiving is what is the reality we're living with. I should have spoken that. Thank you, Abba. Excellent. Yes, let's go. Thank you, Abba. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I wanna close. I wanna close with one thing. We all have to make the bus and make our rides home, but I want to share. It's interesting, at this point of the year, Yankov, somebody just pointed out that I told them this last year, so I want to share this with the Chevra. Right now, I imagine not every guy knows every name in the yeshiva. But I want to say that there'll come a day at the end of the year that you will know every name. I want to say to know somebody's name and say somebody's name is massively important. I would literally, like to me, I hire rebbeim that say people's name. That I have to say that there's a Mizrahi. The Mizrahi says, it says Hashem would say a lashon of chiba to Moshe Rabbeinu every time he would speak to him. No matter what, if he had a command, a musar, anything Hashem spoke to Moshe, there was a language of endearment first, that's Chazal. Chazal do not tell us, Shui, what he said. He said some language of endearment. The Mizrahi, who's a Rishain, who wrote on Rashi, the Mizrahi says that what Hashem said to Moshe is he said his name, Moshe. There's an endearment to say somebody's name. I want to say my own belief. There are people who say, I'm not so good with names. And I fired a coach of the basketball team because he didn't know the guy's names. I fired him. I didn't rehire him because he didn't know the guy's names after long periods. And I want to say, I don't buy in. When people say, I'm just not good with names, you don't care about people. I'm not trying to be tough. And I'm not saying, by the way, every guy you don't know his name, you don't care about him. It's true, you don't know him yet. You don't know him yet. The reason at the end of the year you will know every single name is because every person counts. And when something counts, of course you know the name. It's not a pretend. When somebody says, I'm not so into names, and you meet people who don't know people's names or call people last name, because they don't care about a person. I'm not ripping that, and maybe good, they don't know the person. There's no crime. And the guys in yeshiva, you don't know their name yet, you don't understand them yet. That's fine. I'm not, by the way, say their names, like Chitzonius, Peres, Sapnimius. When you know the guy, you will know his name. You will know his name. His name is him. Now, there's a tremendous chibah to say somebody's name. I want to tell you a chiddush that's just true, a chiddush. We're sitting in a packed base medrash. I believe that the subconscious hears everything that's going on around them, everything. My raya is, if somebody says your name, you say, what? What do you mean? He said a lot of stuff. That means you were hearing everything. What happens in our system is the subconscious hears everything said around. There are a lot of proofs to this. They could do stuff today and they could bring back out of the brain things that are in the subconscious that the conscious doesn't know about. They could bring it back. We store things. The subconscious brains, we have an algorithm. We have a system that the subconscious brain tells the conscious brain all the important things. Your name is one of the things that the subconscious brain, you just heard that. So you're talking in, you say Yisrael. He says what? Things that are very important. If you talk about the Mets, I guarantee if you say Phillies, anywhere in this base mesh, anytime, what? Did they win? Are they up? Because I care about it, so my subconscious tells the conscious brain. That's what happens. The subconscious tells the conscious brain the things that are important. A person's name is tremendously important to him, as it should be. It's his essence. His name is who he is. A name is not the way to refer to a guy. It's who he is. I'm Daniel Pinchas. It's not a way to call me. It's who I am. It's my essence. You're Akiva. That's who you are. It's not a way to refer to you. And when you respect somebody, you know his name. very, very important to me in the yeshiva not to call guys by last names. I think that's obscene. I think it's like disgusting. You call a guy his name. He deserves, and it's normal. Don't be ashamed if you don't know the guy's name, that you don't know Chashiv is yet. It's not a big deal. You didn't meet him yet. Ask a few times and keep asking. I would like, and this happens, by the end of the year, you'll know everybody's name. You know why? Because guys count here. Because people are Chashiv. Somebody's Chashiv, you know his name. He counts. I say this at a point here, I don't know everybody's name yet. I don't think I know everybody's name yet. I don't know their Chashivas yet. It's true. We're human and we meet people and we learn. When you respect and believe and hold of a person, you know his name. I don't accept, like, I'm not into names, I forget. I have word recall issues. I struggle since a little kid. I'll forget obvious words. It's something I don't know what in my brain. Obvious words. I could forget the word gym, pencil, table, a word and I'll just forget it. People make fun of the president. I've had it since a child. It's called word recall. It's funny, you'll forget that word. It runs in the family, word recall. It's in the family, and I could forget an obvious word. A name is almost impossible to forget. And there are probably deep things why you forget things, but a name, you can't forget a person. I never once in my life forgot my name, my kid's name, my wife's name. I word recall all different words. Okay, you end up, it's made my vocabulary better because in shiurim, people close to me could tell that I have to come up with a different way to say it because I forgot the standard word. So you end up finding new words, new ways, it increases your vocabulary. But a person's name, kulam b'shem yikro. Each person's called by name, deserves his name. If I describe Durham to somebody, it's a place people get their first name. It's not a last name. If you call him Guggenheimer, be mad as a yen details. What?
Last name, nickname is a famous kasha.
Maybe it's
That's Birch. Like that. Like
Boogie allowed.
What happens to Rebbe?
It's a Rashi, man. It's an open Rashi.
That
No,
what?
you can't be called. Shouldn't be called by the last name.
Really, how much?
I should
Josh,
read it.
come. I want to introduce, before Joshi speaks for a minute, first of all, come and share, Chavre. I want to say about Joshi Blatter, he's a tremendous Ben Aliyah. He's somebody who has worked on himself tremendously. Already the midas when he was here, of respecting people, of not feeling bigger, better, a certain humility. I was talking to my son today. I was talking that I believe in people that are humble. Humble people do a lot. Who really are humble, respect themselves and respect others. Respect people. People are amazing. Joshi, from the day he was here, tremendous respect for anybody. It's not, we don't have like ratings, who's bigger, who's not respect another yid, another person. Tremendous respect to other people. I'm thrilled Joshi's back, and please share with us everybody.
It's a pasuk in Tehillim. It's David HaMelech, like bemoaning that people are being mevazeh him, that are embarrassing him. I'll read the Rashi. It says, "I must see out to mevazeh, you see. Until when are you gonna stop embarrassing me?" And he quotes different psukim. Rashi. He says, "Ra'isi is ben Yishai. I saw the son of Yishai." Right, David HaMelech's father was Yishai. So essentially calling him by his last name. Mi David mi ben Yishai. Who's David? Who's ben Yishai? Bechar is B'ni and Ben Yishai. Again, Ben Yishai. Kiboich Atul Ben Yishai. And Rashi ends off that David HaMelech said, "Ain li shem. I don't have a name." And he's expressed it. It's even Yishai wasn't a bad. Yishai was a gadol adar. Like, it wouldn't be bad to be called even like Feinstein. You know, we always say, like even that, if there's a lot of covet in the fact that Yishai's name. But David HaMelech was saying, I'm not just Yishai's son. I'm not. That's just even his father's name. What?
Beautiful. Amazing.
Joe Feinstein.
Amazing. I'll tell you a ma'aser, because Joshi shared it, I'll tell you a story. Akim, listen to the story. My son went to the yeshiva that I grew up in, and my Rebbe was there. And my son was anxiously waiting to meet my Rebbe. Why? Well, he went to the yeshiva and was waiting to meet my Rebbe. At a certain point, a couple of weeks in, my son has not met my Rebbe yet. and my son sees my Rebbe coming, and he's excited. He's going to meet my Rebbe. This is like my life. I grew up in his arms. I know him my whole life. My son holds open the door for my Rebbe. My Rebbe sees my son. He says, "What's your name?" He says his name. And my Rebbe looks at him. Says, "Is your father Baruch?" So my son called, I have no brothers Baruch. There are no Baruch Kalishes. So my son calls me that night and says, "Your Rebbe's slipping a little. Mentally, he's slipping a little." I was very sad to hear that. My son's very smart. He says, "My Rebbe's mentally slipping." And he tells me this story. And I started laughing. My Rebbe was telling him that I don't give a flip who your father is. You're you, I don't care. So he asked my son, my Rebbe knew I have no siblings, Baruch, he knew my name. He was telling my son, I don't care who your father is. You're you, and that's what I care. What? Rabbi Hansi does it.
It's a famous story.
Yeah. Now what? Say the story.
I'm definitely game. He didn't agree to my call. It's a famous video. I'm just screaming it. But the worst call I've ever heard in my life. I don't care who your father is.
Similar.
That's right. The kids are person. Kulam b'sheimais yikro. Person deserves his name. Person deserves his name. It's interesting, and I want to tell you, Revezi and I discovered Hasidim will call people by the last name, and they're allowed, and I want to explain it. So you're going to hear Hasidim, and we're Hasidish. Hasidim will say Kalish, and they'll call you by the last name and introduce themselves. I want to explain it. There's a way of a last name of a bittul, a person's nothing, and that's treif, that's chazer mamish. Chasidim, a last name is your Chasidim are into yichus. Ich bin a Kalish. Oh, ich bin a Beitler. Chasidim say, I mean this sincerely. They say a last name, they puff out their chest. There's a sense of, you know who I am, and it's a ich bin a Norman. And you're supposed to know the Normans, that's fine. They're not saying a last name bittul. It's actually I'm not just Akiva. I come from Normans, so there's like a gaiva to it, a beautiful, a healthy sense. It's real. Reb Baruch, it took me years. Reb Ezi and I, Reb Baruch see them say last names. They really you even see this like a puff out of the chest. They're not like being mevaklim. When they say you Kalish, they'll always ask Amshanavros. They're like identifying where you come from. That's what they'll always say.
They're right though.
That's what they'll always say. They'll ask you right away. It's a pride. Obviously, any Hasidim, if a Chassid says Bertram, he's not putting you down. See, the Bertrams, that'll always usually follow from Isishok, like they'll follow up, like
No, right, when the Hasidim meet the Amshin, I'm like, oh, Durham? Let's go.
Yisrael Yamasi is the defense of Hasidim. Give you a first name guy.
He's past.
I wanna thank the guys. Each man's its own beauty and its own specialness. I felt this is one of maybe the best in all the years. Ken Zayn, the best first man. The first man's difficult. Kol haschol is kashus. Beginning is hard. We already had a Shabbos. Shabbos is always beautiful. The chevra getting comfortable and people finding their own path, schedule, comfort level, friendships. Things take time, but I'm happy we have the aschala. We have the aschala off. It was a beautiful aschala. I'm appreciative. I want to remind the chevra when we come back that we're back for the rest of this month. It's actually a 3-week back. We're coming back. There's an in Shabbos. Then there's Rosh Hashanah, 2 days with a Shabbos after. Beautiful. And then Yom Kippur. So we're back through Yom Kippur when you come back. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks. Just reminding the Olam in terms of bringing a Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur Machzor, in terms of just mentally knowing we're going to be here for a few weeks. It will be a beautiful stretch, an opportunity to really get organized. I wanted to say with Second Seder that the Second Seder has a beautiful number of guys. I'm asking guys, anybody needs a chavurah, so Reb Baruch's maybe we'll have more chavuras. Maish Friedman started a chavurah. Reb Baruch will learn with guys who answer questions. We're learning Shleisha Shachlu. If you started already, great. If you didn't, come join. Come join. It will be a beautiful limud. We had it sad to do chabura today. I'm going to ask Reb Baruch if there could be a chabura early next week. Probably the second day back, Tuesday, ready to go. You got a ha'ara, a kasha, a zug, something. That there's some chabur to gather the second Seder every 10-15 minutes. Kasha, something that pulls the oil zusammen. But I'm asking guys to, what? I gave one already. I didn't even know. When was I would have come? I didn't know. Okay. I started late. Me and Avi will be joining the Shleish Shach Chabura. In the morning, whoever wants, guys are in Shiurim. Guys can join for part of the day. We have a Chabura learning Tfilas HaShachar. It's off to a beautiful start. I think today was like really, Michal got it all together and we got this Chabura going stark. Everybody's invited to join that. First Seder, so those are the two starts. I wanted to mention night Seder, I would like to start up Chaburas learning other things, night Seder. I asked Maish to say another topic, Ben, so grab a couple of guys to study something with guys. We're going to have Chaburas and groups learning other things, night Seder. That we'll try to insert in the next man. Have an outstanding Shabbos. Have a great, great day, Rabbi.